It was supposed to be an ordinary December night in Austin, Texas. Instead, it unfolded into a scene from a horror movie. Shortly after midnight on December 6, 1991, smoke billowed from the I Can't Believe It's yogurt shop on West Anderson Lane. Firefighters responding to the call forced their way through the smoky haze, adrenaline pumping. Inside, they were met not with a simple fire, but with a scene far more sinister. 4 teenage girls, bound and gagged, lay lifeless in a back room. 2 were stacked on top of each other, their bodies partially burned. The air hung heavy with the smell of smoke, fear, and death. This wasn't just a fire, it was a massacre. The sight sent chills down the spines of even the most seasoned first responders. The victims, all employees of the yogurt shop, had seemingly been surprised by their attackers. What began as a typical closing shift turned into an unspeakable tragedy. The scene was chaotic, a grim tableau of overturned furniture, scattered belongings, and the overwhelming stench of death. As investigators combed through the debris, a community held its breath, united in shock and disbelief. The victims, young and full of life, were brutally snatched away. 16-year-old Jennifer Harbison, a high school sophomore, was known for her infectious laugh and love for volleyball. Her sister, 15-year-old Eliza Thomas, was a talented artist with a bright future. 17-year-old Sarah Harbison, Jennifer's cousin, was a gifted student who dreamed of becoming a veterinarian. 18-year-old Amy Ayers, the assistant manager, was a popular high school senior looking forward to college. Their lives, brimming with promise, were tragically cut short. Their deaths sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community. Friends and classmates struggled to comprehend the senseless loss. Families were shattered, left grappling with unbearable grief and searching for answers in the face of unimaginable horror. The girls were described as good kids, responsible and well-liked. They were daughters, sisters, friends, students. Their dreams and aspirations now reduced to fading photographs and heartbroken memories. Their loss left a gaping hole in the community, a constant reminder of the darkness that had descended upon their seemingly peaceful city. News of the murders spread like wildfire through Austin, leaving a city in shock and disbelief. The sheer brutality of the crime, coupled with the young age of the victims, shook the community to its core. A palpable sense of fear settled over the city. Parents kept their children close, fearful of letting them out of sight. The yogurt shop, once a popular hangout for teenagers, became a chilling reminder of the tragedy. A makeshift memorial of flowers, candles, and handwritten notes sprung up outside the charred building, a testament to the outpouring of grief and support for the victims' families. The community, grappling with a mix of anger, fear, and sorrow, demanded justice for the slain girls. The murders became a defining moment for Austin, forever etching December 6th in the city's collective memory. The case, a stark departure from the city's typically peaceful atmosphere, dominated headlines and fueled endless speculation. The question on everyone's mind was the same: who could commit such a horrific act? The pressure on the Austin Police Department to solve the case was immense. However, the investigation got off to a rocky start. The crime scene, ravaged by fire, presented a significant challenge. Vital evidence was potentially lost or compromised, making it difficult to piece together the events of that night. Early missteps further hampered the investigation. Witnesses reported seeing a suspicious pickup truck near the yogurt shop that night, but this lead was not thoroughly pursued. Additionally, a confession from a group of teenagers was later deemed unreliable due to inconsistencies and lack of physical evidence. Public criticism of the police department's handling of the case grew louder with each passing month. The lack of progress fueled frustration and suspicion. The investigation, marred by early mistakes and dead ends, seemed to be going nowhere. The families of the victims, desperate for answers, grew increasingly disillusioned. Section 5. Shadows of Doubt. As years turned into decades, the Austin yogurt shop murders remained unsolved. The lack of closure haunted the victims' families and continued to cast a long shadow over the community. Over the years, numerous theories and suspects emerged, each offering a possible explanation for the tragedy. One theory focused on the possibility of a serial killer. The brutality of the crime and the fact that it remained unsolved fueled speculation that the murders were the work of a more sinister, calculated individual. However, no concrete evidence ever linked the yogurt shop murders to any known serial killer operating in the area at the time. Another theory suggested a revenge killing, possibly targeting someone connected to the yogurt shop or one of the victims. However, no clear motive or suspect ever materialized to support this theory. The lack of a definitive suspect or motive only deepened the mystery surrounding the case. Section 6: The Hunt for Answers. Despite the passage of time, the Austin Police Department never officially closed the yogurt shop murders case. Investigators continued to pursue any new leads that surfaced, determined to bring the perpetrators to justice. The case remained a top priority, a chilling reminder of the city's most infamous unsolved crime. Technological advancements, particularly in DNA analysis, offered renewed hope for a breakthrough. Evidence from the crime scene was re-examined using the latest forensic techniques, hoping to uncover new clues that could lead to the identification of the killer or killers. The families of the victims, though weary from years of waiting and disappointment, never gave up hope. They held on to the belief that one day, justice would be served. Their strength and resilience in the face of unimaginable loss served as an inspiration to the community. Section 7: DNA and a Glimmer of Hope. In 2009, a glimmer of hope emerged. DNA evidence from the crime scene, re-examined using new technology, yielded a partial profile of an unknown male. The discovery, while not a definitive identification, offered investigators a new lead and fueled cautious optimism. The DNA profile was compared to national databases, but no match was found. However, the development provided a crucial piece of the puzzle, suggesting that the killer or killers may have left behind biological evidence at the scene. The search for a match continued, offering renewed hope for answers. Despite the breakthrough in DNA analysis, the case remained unsolved. The partial profile, while significant, did not immediately lead to the identification of a suspect. The investigation continued, with investigators determined to follow the DNA trail wherever it may lead. Section 8: Unanswered Questions. Despite decades of investigation, countless hours of work, and advancements in forensic technology, the Austin yogurt shop murders remain unsolved. The lack of answers continues to haunt the victims' families, the investigators, and the city of Austin. The case serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in seemingly ordinary places. The question of why, of what could have motivated such a horrific act, lingers. The senselessness of the crime is difficult to comprehend, leaving a void of understanding and closure. The unanswered questions continue to fuel speculation and a deep-seated need for justice. The passage of time may have dulled the edges of the tragedy, but it has not diminished the hope for resolution. The Austin community remains determined to keep the memory of the victims alive and to support the ongoing efforts to find those responsible. Section 9: A City Haunted. The Austin yogurt shop murders are more than just a cold case. They are a ghost story, woven into the fabric of the city. The tragedy left an indelible mark on Austin, a reminder of the vulnerability of innocence and the enduring power of unanswered questions. The case continues to fascinate and horrify, drawing true crime enthusiasts and armchair detectives alike. The memory of Jennifer, Eliza, Sarah, and Amy lives on, not just in the hearts of their loved ones, but also in the collective consciousness of a city forever changed by their loss. Their story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the importance of vigilance and the fragility of life. The quest for justice continues, fueled by the hope that someday the truth will be revealed and the perpetrators will be held accountable for their actions. Until then, the ghost of the yogurt shop murders lingers, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary places.